Today's video is sponsored by me, Jason Akers. I know a lot of YouTubers and content creators are placing ad breaks in their videos these days in order to make ends meet. And I understand why, but all my videos are created by me, paid for by me. I buy my own cameras, editing software, microphones. I spend hours of time recording and editing the videos for you, my audience. I don't like a lot of self-promotion, but I wanted to take the time to let you know about the ways you can help support the videos and my content. I have a large list of links in every description of every video I provide you with. All of the pesticides I use in my business are listed on my Amazon page. When I started my business, I used Amazon a lot in order to receive my chemicals and equipment the next day delivery. It's a service that I trust, so I list pesticides there for you to find. I also have several affiliate links listed for B&G products and pesticides as well. My course on bedbugs is the #1 course on Udemy's website that goes over extensive treatment methods on the control of bedbugs, from automobile treatment to living room and even bedrooms as well. If you have checked all of those links and still wish to support me, I have a PayPal, Patreon, and other ways to donate to the channel in the links on my main page of YouTube, as well as in the description of every one of my videos. As always, the best way to support me at what means the most to me is if you will like this video, if you will share this video with your friends, and if you will subscribe to my channel. That honestly means the most to me, and that's what keeps me going, truly. More than money, more than anything else, is just keeping you guys happy and keeping you with the content that you like to have. Speaking of subscribing, I also have a join button at the top of my YouTube channel as well. This feature is new with YouTube and works in much the same way as a Twitch subscription works. When you hit this button and join the channel, it gives you special features that only joining the channel can give. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below, giving me any suggestions you might have for the next video. So don't forget, like and subscribe, and on with the show. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Jason Akers, Green Acres, all that good stuff. How y'all doing? Is everybody doing good tonight? My camera don't want to focus. There we go. Gotta do that transition wipe. Beautiful. Y'all doing good? How's everybody? Oh, I'm early. An hour early, actually. Compared to some weeks, I may be even 2 hours early because most of the time I'm an hour late. So, I have never heard of harm done to pets with Alpine WSG, but I wouldn't spray my dog with a pesticide that wasn't labeled to be done so. Alpine's not labeled to treat on pets. Debbie says, since I last talked with you, the bugs haven't come back. When was the last time you talked to me, Debbie? I worry about them returning, so what should I do in keeping them at bay? Usually, so what I do when I go into a home, let's say you have a rental home, and you don't know who's going to come in a rental home. You know, you're renting your house out to people, to strangers from, you know, maybe out of state, maybe locally, maybe people that have bed bugs. And so when I go into rental homes, I treat them preventatively for bed bugs. I don't use Crossfire. I typically use Alpine WSG, but I treat around the baseboards, I treat around the box springs and stuff. And then that'll keep bed bugs at bay, typically. That's what I do. Anyway. Well, if you haven't had bed bugs in 3 months, they should be dead now. Dead and gone. But. Oh. It's been a long day. Oh. I'm afraid when going on vacation. Don't be afraid. treat your house preventatively, and you don't have to worry about bed bugs. I mean, I go on vacations. I've been in hotels with bed bugs. I just demand a room without them. You know, you got to think that just because someone brought bed bugs in a room of a hotel that's got 100 rooms doesn't mean all 100 rooms have bed bugs. Lollipots. Thank you for the great informative videos. You are welcome. That song is very catchy. Very catchy song. So should I continue? So should I? Okay, let me see if I can read this. So should I make my super in continue when they spray others around me in doing it? I'm not sure. I think I'm confused. Maybe I'm just tired, but I don't understand that question. It was satisfying after using Alpine WSG, seeing a couple dead cockroaches appear from nowhere a couple days later. Oh yeah, it works really well. How do you get them off of popcorn ceilings? If it's bed bugs, they'll come down by themselves. They'll come down. They're not going to stay up there forever. They can't get blood from a ceiling. They're going to have to come down and bite you. When they do, they'll crawl across the bed that you've treated and they'll die. So, you may have... Now, I've done houses that were extremely infested with bed bugs. And when I've gone in these houses, you know, sometimes 2 or 3 months in a row, the bed bugs are dead, but they're stuck to the popcorn ceiling. Doesn't mean they're alive up there. You look up there and you're like, it's still there, the same spot it was 2 months in a row, you know. So just because it's up there doesn't mean it's alive. Hello, Courtney. How are you tonight? I'm sleepy. I'm always sleepy. Every time I get on my live streams, I'm yawning and talk about how tired I am. I'm so tired. Always so tired. But I have a lot of kids. I probably should drink a cup of coffee before I do live. Sometimes I do. Tonight I don't have a cup of coffee. But usually I do have a cup of coffee. I forgot my water. My water, I think's upstairs. So. Is that Rory coming down here? That may be. I mean, the problem with spraying a popcorn ceiling, Lollipots, is that the ceiling will fall down. If you get popcorn ceiling wet, it falls off. So you can't spray the ceiling. Lottery donated $15 and said, hey, I just wanted to say thanks for the info on combating fleas. Took in some stray cats and am now dealing with a small flea infestation. Well, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Courtney Cox says, my 7-month-old had shots today and now has a fever. Oh, yeah, it's real common. Kenju says, was that not a fair question to ask? Okay, what have you asked something funny, Kenju? I missed it. I don't see a question from you, Kenju. Well, I said several different names. I said lottery and lottery. So I don't know which one's right. Bill Green says, first time application today, but maybe put it on too heavy. Any issues? It took a long time to dry. You'll find chemicals will take different times to dry based on the time of year and humidity in the air. If I do a treatment in the winter, usually the chemical dries faster. People usually run in their heat and it'll dry the chemical out faster. If I do it in the summer when it's humid, it takes longer for the pesticide to dry. I did a bed bug job maybe a month or two ago, and the lady called 4 hours later and said the around where the couch on the couch was still tacky, still like damp, like not wet but lightly damp when she came in, and that was 4 hours later, and that was because it's just humid. When you said spread bifin pellets on the grass and use Demon Max to activate the bifin, why not just spray water to activate the bifin? You can do that, but I do the other. I use a pesticide on the lawn. That's what I do. When I do a yard treatment, that's how I do it. The granules will still outlive the pesticide because the granules will slowly dissipate as it rains throughout several weeks, where the chemical will lose its effectiveness quicker because it's out in the sunlight all the time. MGK's website, how long does Crossfire last? What is the residual? The label states Crossfire has a 4-week residual. However, third-party research shows greater than 90% control for up to 12 months. That's what they say. But the MGK sales rep told me it can last up to 6 months. The thing is just because a chemical is on the surface, just because you can find a residue of a pesticide, does not mean that the pesticide is killing bugs still. Pesticide slowly starts to lose its effectiveness over time. So when you treat with a chemical, it will work best right after it's applied. But as it sits there, and it sits there over time, the residue may still be there, but it will stop it'll start to lose effectiveness the longer it sits. So I don't believe that Crossfire can last for 12 months. I don't believe Crossfire can last for 12 months. I believe it can last for a month. I believe it can last for a couple of months. But after 2 months, if people are still getting bit by bed bugs, it's because the Crossfire is not as effective as it was. And the thing you've got to think about when you're dealing with a bug like a bed bug or a flea or a cockroach is, all right, let's say the chemical was applied today. 6 weeks from now, a bug crawls through it. It's going to die. But is it going to die before it lays eggs? Is it going to die before it continues the life cycle? That's the problem. You want to kill a bug before it's able to lay eggs, because if a bug can lay eggs, it starts the whole process all over again. And so and even though the adult is dying and will die, it's still laid eggs, and then the eggs take 6 to 10 days to hatch. So then you're stretching it out another 2 weeks, week and a half to 2 weeks before that egg hatches. And then how strong is the chemical? Maybe not strong enough to kill the nymph that hatches from the egg either. So that's what you got to look at. Even though there's a residue, even though someone from a lab just went, oh yeah, there we go, we got some. That doesn't mean it's actually killing things. Should I have the super spray? The superintendent. Should I have the super spray when others are moving in around me to protect my apartment? I mean, you can, if you're worried that people moving in may have bed bugs. It would make sense. Debbie says, should I have... sorry, reading the same thing again. Lollipop says, on the third treatment, seems to be slowing down, but I will continue with another. Well, did you say... I thought you said you didn't have any more, didn't you? Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you mixed up with somebody else. Let's see. Lottery. Okay, so it is pronounced lottery. All right. Is that your real name? Did your parents name you that because they won the lottery when you were born? That's a very, very nice thing to say about your child. I should say that about my kids. Do you think we won the lottery with our kids?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta agree with the wife on that one. I have itchy legs. I went in this house yesterday. I did a bed bug job. And I come out of there and my legs are itching like something awful. Awful. I think the woman had fleas too. Because I am just scratching like a dickens. I got bites all up my arms and all over me because I went in thinking it was just a bed bug job, but I think she had fleas too. She had bed bugs. I found bed bugs, but... What's the name of the bed bug spray you talking about? Crossfire. Do you have a video on preventing mosquitoes? Any quick tips? Yes. So I think I have a video on mosquitoes. I'm not sure. Let me see. Let's take a look together because I like to do that. It's called self-promotion. You should like the channel and you should follow me and you should subscribe to me and join and all the good stuff and come on Discord and chat with us sometime. Let's do some shameless promotion here. Let's go to youtube.com/Green Akers PC. And that's Akers spelled Akers. That's the right way to spell it. That's my last name. So, see? Akers. All right. So if we wanted to go with mosquitoes, man, I'm itching my legs. Awful. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. Maybe I don't have a video on mosquitoes. Mosquito. Well, I'll give you some pointers. So, 7 dust will not work. Edward, just to answer your question real quick. So, by the way, while you're here, you should hit that button right there, subscribe. And if you want to join, you can. It helps support the channel and everything. If you want to donate anything, like Kenju's a member. He gets emotes and the special badge next to his name and everything. So, but anyway, if you want to kill mosquitoes, so mosquitoes like to roost, the ones that bite you, the ones that cause the most discomfort, usually nest up to 8 feet. So they like to roost up to 8 feet. So from the ground level, grass level, all the way up 8 feet tall in trees, bushes, shrubs, stuff like that, evergreens. And so the way that you kill mosquitoes is you typically want to either use a ULV fog machine or some other kind of power sprayer. And you do like this, you do like the vortex. So it's like a big circle like this. And what that does is it'll take the spray and it'll put it on the top of the leaves, and then it comes back around and hits the bottom of the leaf too, because you're going around like this. And so you treat the yard, you treat the trees, you treat the bushes, you treat eaves, overhangs of houses, places that you see mosquitoes roosting. A lot of times when you treat the grass, the mosquitoes will actually come up out of the yard and plume up out of the yard. You'll see them. And that'll work really well. But to be honest with you, if you live in suburbia and you've got neighbors that are right next door or across the street, the problem is that they, the people that live across the street are going to have mosquitoes. And the people next door are going to have mosquitoes. Everybody's going to have mosquitoes. And if you're the only one treating your yard, you'll still have mosquitoes too. So, Kenju says, and I get to do this. Maybe you'll see this. Okay, can you see a point? So members actually do get a special thing. I don't know if anybody else can see this or not, but Kenju actually put a member's message in here because he's a Green Acres follower. He's been a member for 13 months, and he gets to ask direct questions too. That's another thing you get to do if you're a member. And he says, and I see it really well, like somebody had just donated where it puts that big, huge strip up there. He says, can you see a point where bed bugs get so bad the government steps in to help get rid of them? The government does help get rid of them. So there are places, in fact, locally to me, there are cities, Bedford City, Lynchburg City, Roanoke City, that actually help their, low-income families in the city get rid of bed bugs. They will help fund a bed bug treatment. There are organizations, churches and stuff that do the same thing that will help their members and help people in community help get rid of bed bugs because the bed bugs are so bad. So yes, if you are having problems affording a bed bug treatment, check with your local social services office and see if there's something that they might be able to do or point you in the direction of somebody that can help you, because they usually have a lot of connections with outreach programs and people that are willing to help, like me, because I do a lot of outreach for people with bed bugs locally here. And so, yeah, anyway. I've been paid by social services to kill bed bugs. They've actually hired me to go into houses and take care of bed bugs for people. I've done that. Is ortho bedbug spray a repellent? Yes. I used it first, and then I found you in Crossfire. I've used it twice so far. Second treatment good enough, and got to wait for the other stuff to wear off. Yes, so what I usually recommend people do if they oh, hey Pug, thank you for being a supporter of the channel. I appreciate that. Let me get up like this. See, I can't sit comfortable. I switch and move all around and shift and turn, and I can never sit. Don't matter what kind of chair I get, I'm never comfortable. But anyway, oh, you gotta be careful, Pug. If they'll delete those messages, because if you put a lot of emotes in, you can do a couple, but the Nightbot gets mad if you put a bunch of emotes. Sorry. I tried to turn it off. I did turn it off. It came back on. I don't know how to. Let me just do that. There we go. So anyway, what I usually recommend people do if they've been treating with other pesticides like Home Defense or something similar is if you can wait a week or two after you've treated and then apply Crossfire. You may have to do 2 or 3 treatments. Bifenthrin can last up to 90 days, and you'll have a residue for up to 90 days that the bed bugs are not going to want to cross over. So, it may take you 3, maybe even 4 months. I did a job. So I did a job in Waynesboro, which is maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours away from my house. She had a competitor come in and treat first. They use bifenthrin. They use Talstar, which is the exact same active ingredient as what's in Frontline. And I treated. The bed bugs would slowly come out and die because eventually they're going to get hungry enough to come out, whether there's chemical there or not. They're going to be hungry and they're going to want to come out. And so they were dying. Like every single time I'd go to the woman's house, I'd find dead ones all up underneath her bed. And she actually wanted 3 months of service, which mostly I do now is just one times. But she said, no, I want you to come 3 months. I've had this other guy already come out here. I'm worried that we're not going to get rid of them unless we do 3 months service. So I did. And so I went out every month for 3 months. And at the last treatment, I still was finding bed bugs coming out and dying. And so what I told her is I said, look, you can pay me for another month. I can come out here again. Or you could just go in online and buy Crossfire. I said, you could do the same thing. And this is what I told her in the beginning, too. I always tell people that call me long distance, I'm like, look, you can do this yourself. You don't have to hire me. You don't have to get me to drive. I don't want to drive 2 hours one way anyway. But, if they pay me, I'll do it, But I try to convince people that they can do it on their own. And it's expensive. And so she went out and she bought Crossfire. And she actually messaged me 2 weeks after her last treatment to say that 2 weeks after it would have been a 4th treatment. And she said, just to let you know, my husband bought it, he treated, and we haven't had any bed bugs since. That's just all they needed was one more treatment, and it got rid of her bed bugs. Let's see. When I was a kid, y'all were called exterminators. I am an exterminator. What's the real reason it changed to pest control? All right, so my dad's company is exterminating is in the name. So the name of my company, I went with pest control to try to differentiate my business from his. I didn't want to be Green Acres Exterminating. And besides, Green Acres Pest Control just sounds better. But a lot of these businesses went from exterminating to pest control mainly for political reasons. PC, trying to be more PC. People don't like the word exterminator. I don't know why. I love the word. I think it's a great word. Makes you sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, I'm the exterminator. I've come to kill your bugs. Come with me if you want to live. That's just great. You got to do that. That's fantastic. Like, if I quit, I would be an exterminator. You get it? No. Wait a minute. I'd be an ex-exterminator, wouldn't I, Mom? Yeah. So I was a Terminator. Now I'm an ex-terminator. Right?
I don't know.
That's the way it is, right? Like, I was a Terminator, and now I'm an ex-terminator, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's right. That was a bad joke, wasn't it? That was a bad joke. That was a really bad joke. But it's my job. I'm a dad. I'm supposed to make dad jokes and bad jokes all the time. So, it's my job. It's my job. So not very many people in here tonight. 25 people. Y'all can ask questions. I'm here to answer questions. You got a question, Mom? Alicia?
Not that I can think of.
You usually have good questions. You're like, hey, what about this? Pugface
Then I'll let you know.
Pugface Music says, I have some Termidor I bought for ants. That's good stuff for ants. Are there any other uses other than ants and termites? Not really. And I'm not picking my nose. I have an itchy nose. I have to say that every time because I get all weird. You and your videos have saved me. Thank you so much. My next question, I'll get to that in a minute. So, when Termidor first came out, it wasn't actually fipronil. The active ingredient in Termidor is the same thing it's in Frontline. And Frontline came out before Termidor, and it was great. So it used to be used for fleas too. I think fleas have developed resistance to it. It doesn't work as well anymore, so they've moved on to other things. But thank you so much. My next question, and I've never seen you answer this or get asked. I had a guy offer me an ozone treatment that doesn't work. He wanted to ozone the room for 10 hours. The reason I don't talk about it is because ozone doesn't work. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, Alicia? Kenju has to know.
I have never been able to figure that out myself.
Have you gotten any hate from people in the industry for giving away tips online?
Yes.
Yeah. That means I'm saying something right. I like the hate from the industry. That means I'm saying something that nobody wants you to know. So I like that. But yes, I've had people call me. I had a guy call me one time and said that when I say this certain thing, it makes him want to punch his television, which I guess means he wants to punch me in the face. And so I asked him, I said, well, what have I done that's offended you? I'm so sorry. And he said that I say the customer's the boss. And he just hates when I say that the customer's the boss. And so I'm like, but, I mean, I practice, customer service. In my line of work or any job I've ever had, whenever, whoever writes my paycheck, that's the boss. So I've worked for Taco Bell, Pizza Hut. I've worked for Dairy Queen. I work for my dad. I work for myself. I work for hundreds of other people that hire me. And every single person that has ever cut my check has always been my boss. And so, the customer's the boss. And so I actually made a video about that, about the customer being the boss. And I think I said the customer is the boss 21 times in that video. I think it was 21 times. Because I put a counter up at the top of the screen, where it says call or text now right there. I had a little counter there, and every time I said it, I would tick one more time. And the video was 12 minutes long, and I said it 21 times. So how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? See, I've got so many things I could say that I can't say. I can't say because I'm trying to keep this PG. I can't say it. Can't say it. Let's see here. Do 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 do. He says to it. There you go. Will you be making any videos of some of the client to serve? I don't understand. Alicia,
What?
Will you be making any videos of some of the client to serve? What does that mean?
I don't understand.
I don't understand that either. That's like maybe I'm just dumb because I'm tired. Because I get dumb when I'm tired. I do. I get dumb when I'm wide awake too. I'm just dumb. Sometimes I'm just dumb. So you'll have to forgive me. I'm just dumb. At least tonight I'm dumb. Dum 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 dum. Do 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 do. I've only found bedbug in the bedroom and treated all rooms but the garage. Is spraying the garage an overkill, or should I do it? I always do it. I spray every room. I do every room, and I do the cars too. Especially if your car is parked in the garage. I treat the car. Ginger or Marianne, Alicia?
Ginger.
Ginger. She was the funnier one.
Ginger was hilarious.
Marianne got on my nerves, but Ginger was funny.
I thought she was a little annoying, but Ginger was hilarious.
Yeah, I like Ginger too. Yeah. Oh, Kenju says it was Marianne for him, but Ginger was too stuck up with all of her Hollywood stuff. But she wore the lashes that were so big you couldn't even see the pupils of her eyeballs. Like, she was always like... That's my best Ginger impersonation. You know you can clip these. I need to stop being stupid. Because people are going to clip me on here, and I'm going to be embarrassed. Maybe. Probably not. Not much embarrasses me. I got 4 kids that say all kind of nasty things in public. I'm not embarrassed by much. I think I found you on the Diatomaceous Earth video. Now I have a 20-pound bag. I don't know what to use it on. Use it on the yard. You can treat your yard with it. It'll keep bugs and stuff out of the yard. It's actually, from what I understand, it's supposed to be really good for the yard. It keeps bugs and stuff that attack plants and grass and stuff out of the yard. Funny IRL clip says clipped. I hope not. Been 3 weeks since I sprayed Crossfire. Not seeing much activity, but quit sleeping in that room. Oh, you gotta sleep in the room. You gotta use the room. You're not gonna draw the bed bugs out if you don't use the room. Hopefully the gang didn't have bed bugs on the island. Hello, Emma. How are you? Would you like to say hello to everybody? Can you do me a favor? Because you are my friend. Right? You're like my bestest daughter. My favorite daughter.
Can you give me water and Dad too?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Can you get me my water? Fill it up, though. My favorite daughter. Yeah. And then you can say hi. She's my only daughter, just so you know. If you put diatomaceous earth on the lawn and let it water the lawn, or whatever, water the lawn, the water will cause the diatomaceous earth to soak into the ground. It won't hurt anybody. So, I bet you have a comedy channel you're not telling us about. Nah, I don't have a comedy channel. My wife says I should do comedy, but I don't like it. I've done stand-up. People get offended. I'm 41 years old. I'll be 42 in December. And I grew up sneaking around, watching In Living Color, Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, Chris Rock. What's that other guy that's really funny? He's really funny black guy. What's his name? I love the Kings of Comedy. The Kings of Comedy are like my favorite. Oh, say hello.
Hi.
Say hello louder.
Hello.
Say, my name is Emma.
My name is Emma.
Yes.
Now when he says say hello louder, you say hello louder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, guess what? 13 days. Do you know what happens in 13 days?
What?
Smile. You get these off.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any.
You used to.
Yes, I used to. All right, go play game. If I were him, I would spray again before using the room. I would. Used my son in his bed as the bait. No, he hasn't seen any. I've never had bed bugs. Is it a good idea to use bedbug chemicals as a preventative bedbug treatment? Yeah, you can do that.
You can use Alpine as general pest control monthly.
Yeah, you can use Alpine as general pest control. You can use Crossfire general pest control for, well, not general, it's a bedbug chemical, but it would be for bedbugs as a preventative for bedbugs. I've used Crossfire preventative for bedbugs. It works really well. I actually have a customer that I service who gets bedbugs from time to time because of her job, and I use Crossfire in her house, and every time she's brought them in, they've died. So it's good to use preventatively, but I personally, if it's like a rental or something, I usually use Alpine because rentals will get things other than bedbugs. They'll get ants, they'll get spiders, they'll get, oh, my nose is so itchy, I've got to shave this stupid mustache. Anyway, lots of bugs. Alpine kills lots of bugs, not just bed bugs. Kills roaches too. People bring roaches in your house. So, I'm not an influencer. I'm absolute. Oh, you talking about Emma, my daughter? Maybe. I'm not. See, the way I see an influencer. How do you say that? Anyway, I am not hired by MGK. Okay? Let me show you. MGK. Oh, there. MGP. That's not what I wanted, MGK. Alright, MGK. Here. This is the company that makes Crossfire. Alright? MGK. In fact, you can go to their products, and you can go down here. They got lots of stuff. There's the Crossfire, which I hate the new bottle, by the way. I just opened my brand new bottle today. I hate it. I hate this bottle. Anyway, this is the company that makes Crossfire. They don't pay me anything to promote their product. I promote their product because their product works. Now, I do get paid by Amazon. So if you go to any one of my videos, let's do this short right here about soap. All right, scroll down here, click more, scroll down, and go to the Amazon store right here, Amazon link. Everything that's bought on this page, I make a percentage of. So like if you go to bedbug supplies and you scroll down and see this Crossfire here, you click that, and there. Now if you buy that, I get like 3%. So it's like $40 right now. I'd get a 3% cut off of the sale of that bottle. 3% ain't much, 10% would be $4, and so it's not even. It's only 3%. I'm not, and I will tell you, if you watch my channel, I will tell you, get whoever's cheapest. You don't have to buy from Amazon. Amazon does support my channel because it pays me, but you don't have to. So, like, I don't watch my sales. In fact, I haven't even looked at my sales on Amazon for probably 3 months. I usually do it for taxes. That's the only reason. I'm like, oh, I made this much off of Amazon this year. That's, the only reason I ever look to see how much. I don't care. I just have it as a link to where you can find what you need. Because when I started my company, I used Amazon. In fact, I can go back to my original sales receipts for when I started my business, and I used them to get started. And I feel like if they're going to pay you, they were there. I was able to get next day delivery on pretty much everything I ordered to start my business. And the least I could do is set up a site and sell stuff on Amazon, because really Amazon's the one that makes money, not me. So, but if you want to buy something else, there's another thing too you can do. Let me show you this. So if you want to support my channel and you don't have the income or whatever to donate or anything like that, let's say you buy something on Amazon. All right, you go to my page. Here's my page. All right, you go here, you click one of these. All right. Oh, well, now I'm here, but I don't want this, so let's search Amazon right here. Let's go to, I don't know, Super Mario. I want to buy. Oh, I'm gonna get this game right here, and you click that because you came from my site. If you go there from my site, I get a commission off of that too. So least I'm supposed to. At least I think that's how it works. Something like that. Because I'm pushing people through Amazon. But I'm not I don't have. I was thinking about actually applying. What is that company that you said I should apply to?
Oh,
Manscaped. I was thinking I might apply to Manscaped and see if I can get a promotional deal from Manscaped, because I thought that would be really funny, and I've got a really funny idea for a commercial. Just because I see all these funny commercials for Manscaped, and I think it'd be hilarious at Exterminator. But, you know, that has nothing to do with pest control. Well, I guess, I mean, really, if you think about it, as in facial beards. Let me be specific. Facial hair. All right? Facial hair.
I think they do other hair too.
They do other hair too. Quiet from the corner over there talking about nasty stuff. Facial hair. So now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
In pest control, sometimes you have to wear a respirator. If you've got a whole bunch of facial hair on your face, your respirator won't make a seal over your mouth. And when you breathe, you'll breathe in pesticides if you're using a fog or something you need to use a respirator for. And so you can shave your beard, and then your respirator will fit snug on your face, and it'll be safe to breathe. That's the only reason I was wanting the Manscaped, because I thought it would be funny to do a video for them. Because I see all these other guys making these hilarious videos. I think I could do that. So, I'm just rambling now. I found a guy selling bed bugs to train dogs to find bed bugs. $50 for 5. Since you around them a lot, have you ever thought about collecting them and selling them for research? So I collect them, but I collect them as pets. This is my pet. This is my pet. She's my pet. All right? I have pets. She's dead. She's dead. I apparently I fed her a bad diet and she died. Because I fed her me and she died. She died. I killed her with my blood. But I do collect them. And I mainly collect them to show people on YouTube. Teach people about them. Hello, I'm new to your channel. I'm going on a trip next Wednesday and staying at an Airbnb. And am planning to search the place for bed bugs before setting in. Do you have any tips for someone new to this? I had a live stream I did where I checked for bed bugs. Someone just made a comment on those. Let me see if I can find the video, because it was just today I read it. Let's do this. Where is it? Ah, there it is. If I go here, and then let me see, can I share this from here? I don't know if I can. Let me click that and then pause it and then share. I'll show you this live stream. I think this is one that I did. Pretty sure. That's a live stream I did. We were in a hotel in Charlottesville. This was... When was this? How long ago was this? I don't know. Details. Let's see. Man, Charlie was little. This has got to be a couple years ago. Was it when Finley was born? Might have been when Finley was born. It might have been. But anyway, what I recommend you do in going into a hotel room is check your box springs. If there's a skirting around the box spring, lift it up. If they have total mattress encasements, that's not a bad sign. That just means they're trying to protect their investment. But it doesn't mean they have bed bugs. They may have had a bed bug problem in the past, but they're trying to be proactive and eliminate it. Don't worry. If you see bed bug encasements, don't worry about it. Check for black spotting, like someone touched an ink pen. In fact, let's see if we can look at pictures here. Let's see. So, bed bug stains. I mean, you'll see stuff like this. like this black stuff like this. You see how it kind of looks like someone touched an ink pen? Like this right here. This is a really good one. Sometimes you'll see this stuff like this. Around the edges of the box spring, around the staples and stuff. The corner guards. So like the mattress corner guard or the box spring. Corner guards. These little plastic things. See these little plastic things like this that go around the corner of the box spring. Like that's if you flip it upside down. But these are what they usually look like from the outside. If you peel those and look behind them with a flashlight, there's another one right there. I don't know how well you can see that picture right there. But, these little corner guards. Look behind those. A lot of times bed bugs will hide behind those. You can usually find them really easy. Look on the side of the bed where the alarm clock is. Typically people usually will sleep next to the nightstand or the alarm clock because they sometimes will set an alarm. And so check that side of the bed. That's usually a side that will have bed bugs on it. The side that you would typically sleep on. If it's a king size or a queen size bed, there may only be one person sleeping in that bed. So check where you would sleep if you were by yourself. Those kind of places. Think of it that way. Let's see. I just noticed your call-in number. That's so cool. Oh, you know what? I don't have that open, I don't think. I just realized that's not open. I need to open my call. Yeah, there we go. Now you can call in. Looks like somebody tried to call. Oh, someone texted. Do bed bugs live on outside chairs? Not usually. Not usually. I have found them on the outside chairs. Oh, there we go. Hello, this is Jason with Akers Pest Control. Can I help you?
Hey, Jason, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm all right. My foot just fell asleep.
Uh-oh. I just have a quick question about, those, what do you call them, fiberglass shower installs?
Yep.
That
You're the one that asked about this earwigs and stuff, didn't you?
About the what?
Earwigs?
Yeah.
I saw your message.
The spiders and the earwigs kind of come in underneath that.
Sometimes,
and I was wondering, I had thought about drilling a hole maybe, or I'm wondering, should I be trying to spray any liquid back there?
Are you finding earwigs in your shower?
Every now and then. Not so much now since I started using the Alpine WG.
Yeah.
And being on a 60-day regimen with spraying, I haven't. But I'm just trying to be preventative on this.
Well,
the winter's coming.
Earwigs come from outside. And so the places
Right.
you want to target are like splash blocks for the downspouts. You want to, doormats in places, big like landing stones and stuff. People put pavers and stuff out. And the earwigs, I call them, outdoor roaches with pinchers because they absolutely behave a lot like cockroaches. They'll squeeze into cracks and crevices. I've chased out hundreds of them from under doormats and stuff before because that's the places they like to get into. And if you treat those
Right.
places around the house, and I also recommend for earwigs doing granules around the yard because they're coming across the yard anyway, and that will help a lot. In fact, I have completely eliminated earwig populations in yards just by doing that, and people just stop getting them all together. And that's really effective. I mean, to the point where I don't even have to exterminate their house anymore because they don't need preventative or anything. They just stop getting earwigs.
I found out something the other day that was interesting, that the earwig is a natural predator to the chiggers.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate chiggers.
I found out watching a gardening show. Well, I was having some issues with that around the edges of the yard as well.
Yeah, the chiggers will get into brush.
But I've been putting down granules.
People get chiggers mixed up with bed bugs too. They think they get kneed up with bed bugs, and it's actually chiggers because they will get on you and live under the skin and bite you over and over, and eventually they'll get off of you, but not before they bite you 3 or 4 times, and you may wake up in the morning with 2 or 3 brand new bites, and it's actually chiggers and not bed bugs at all.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah,
so as far as trying to treat the area behind that little I thought about drilling holes in it,
I wouldn't do it.
and
You know, the bugs don't really like to live. I mean, I just did a shower removal and install. I took out the fiberglass shower, put up tile board, laid tile and grouted and everything. But when I took the shower out, I used a Sawzall, took the whole thing out, and I didn't see any bugs behind the shower at all. Now, the shower is also above the basement, and I always treat my basement. I treat my house once a month. I just did it a couple days ago. We did our house. And, you know, doing that and practice preventative like that, you just don't usually get bugs in places like that. You're not going to because you're treating the outside and they're coming from outside.
okay, I just may be a little bit paranoid about there being more than what there actually are. Then
No, they're not. They really aren't that bad. Sometimes they'll wander into the house and they'll find their way in, and you'll find a few here or there. But they're really, I mean, it's been so, I mean, I don't know where you're from, but here it's been so damp and humid this year. The earwig's been bad, but they like dampness.
it's been dry. I'm in Texas.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, I mean,
104, 105 or so every day.
yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, but y'all also got like the 80% humidity, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, see, that isn't that just the best?
it is. And then I was wondering too about around the base. You know how where the base of the boards on the house meet that little cement. There's a small gap around the bottom of it.
Oh,
Where
yeah, I treat that.
spiders and look. I treat it, but I was wondering, would you suggest caulking it or just treat it?
I mean, you can. The caulk usually will fall out of spots like that, but you can caulk it. It'll last for a little while.
Okay. Yeah.
But I usually just spray it. You spray it, it's going to kill the bugs anyway. If they crawl over it, they're going to die. Your house does need to breathe to an extent, you know.
Right.
And so I usually don't worry too much about it. I mean, if you've got air seeping in through the winter or something like that, I probably would.
No, it's pretty buttoned up pretty good.
Yeah. So I probably would.
Well, okay. I sure appreciate the info.
No problem. You have good luck.
Enjoy the rest of you too, and enjoy your evening.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Let's see. I'm addressing. Oh boy. So I got a call and now I've lost the list. Let me see if I can get back up here. Semexa or DE for general pest control prevention. I can't get Semexa in California. Don't use either one of them. Semexa is a silica dust, and diatomaceous earth is about 90%, 98% silica dust. And silica dust is a carcinogen. Do not use it in your house. Have you thought about franchising your business? I've thought about it, but I don't know. I've considered it, but I don't know. Pretty sure I used your links. Let me see. Hi, I have had bed bugs for some time now. I've got most of them, but I still see some babies in the same two areas. I don't see them anywhere else. Do you think they're hiding where I'm missing? Well, the babies have to hatch. The thing about bed bugs is from the day that you spray, you're going to start killing adults and nymphs right away because they're going to come out looking for blood meal. But you're not going to kill any eggs. The eggs actually have to hatch. When the eggs hatch and the babies come out, then they die. So you will typically see babies before they all die off. Same with cockroaches. I mean, most of the time you will kill off the adult population and then you have to wait for all the babies to come out to die too because they start at a very young age and then they start to slowly get larger and bigger and older. And, you know, the idea is hopefully all you see are babies because babies can't have babies. Babies can't reproduce. If you're killing babies, then eventually they'll all be gone. So, you cost the fogger industry millions of dollars. I'll never buy a fogger again. People don't watch that video. I don't get very many people watching the fogger video. I'm addressing a flea problem. Never got bit once. I even found a couple crawling on me. I do spray myself with DEET. So I wonder if DEET kept them from biting me. Yeah, it will. It works. I use DEET. When I go in a flea job, I use DEET on my pant legs and stuff to keep them off of me. Any suggestions or recommendations for Chi-Chi? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Are mattresses and pillow encasements effective against bed bugs? No, they are not. This is wonderful. Thank you. I watched that video earlier today and loved it more than anything else I've seen in the last few days. Let's see. Pug sent me, by the way, new sub. Nice channel. Thank you. Thank you. I found a cluster of about 100 earwigs inside my house between my fireplace bricks. I freaked out. They were a ball. They were in a ball. Yeah, they like to cluster together. I have a pretty bad spider problem in my garage. What chemical is best? Onslaught Fast Cap is the best thing for spiders. I need to do a video on Onslaught. I just got my gallon. I need to do a video on Onslaught. Talk about it. It's really good. Onslaught Fast Cap. Specifically. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like. Doop. I don't even know if I have it on my Amazon store. But that's Onslaught Fast Cap right there. Let's see. Is it on here? Spider control. It is not. It is not on there. Nope. It's not. I need to put it on there. It's really good. It's the best thing I've ever used for spiders. It's fantastic. You can use it on, houses that get them, and they just stop getting spiders. It works amazingly well. Where's my Bob Ross? Let me see something here. There he is. Bob Ross is supposed to stand here so everybody is peaceful. Nobody can be aggressive or mean when Bob Ross is on my shoulder. I have had pretty bad. Okay, thank you for answering my question. Of course, that's what I'm here for. So I do telephone consultations, private telephone consultations. It's in the link. If you go to YouTube and you go to the live stream, which is what you're on right now, you can book a private consultation right here. Schedule a time to talk to Jason here. You click that link. And it'll take you to this page, and you can schedule a time to talk to me. And I just added a more budget thing because people have been complaining, saying I don't need but 10 minutes, so I added one. But live streams are free. I'm here free. So ask as many questions as you want. I'll go until I get too tired to sit here. That's what I do every Thursday night when I can. Some Thursdays I can't make it. I've got other prior obligations, like my wife's birthday. My wife's birthday was a couple weeks ago. Everybody say happy birthday, Alicia. She's 21. Again. Let's see. So I can't be here every Thursday night, but I try to be here as many Thursdays as I can. I am here to answer questions because I want you to have an ability to ask me questions and not have to pay anything. I don't want people to have to pay me to ask a question, but if it's something that I have to take time away from my family other than tonight, that's the only reason I ask for payment. And it's really only 3 nights a week I do it. So because I try to spend some time with my family. I got to work all day every day, and so I bought Crossfire. When I spray, do we just sleep in the bed like normal? Yes. With a fitted sheet? Yes. It seems like they are all on the headboard though. Check the mattress. Treat the headboard. Treat the headboard. Treat everything. I did a repo this week. I noticed it had a mattress encasement. Then I seen a bunch of bed bugs poop on the box spring. I should have did a video to show you. Great channel. Yeah, I tell people when you go in. So I've done these like rent, where they rent out furniture and stuff like that. And I've gone into these stores and I've looked right at the guy that owned the store and I said, look, I don't care. Yeah, I know you got to go. You got to collect the thing. You got to repossess the furniture or whatever because of principle. But if they got bed bugs on your crap, take it, throw it in a dumpster. Don't bring it back in your store. You're going to infest your whole store with bed bugs. Same thing with cockroaches. If you go in and you repossess somebody's computer, it's got roaches in it, you go throw that crap away. Don't bring it in your store. When spraying for spiders, can you spray everything? I have been bitten by a brown recluse. So brown recluses are a unique thing. I believe Onslaught is actually labeled for them. Some pesticides are not labeled for brown recluse spiders because they just don't work as well. Brown recluse hunt for food. So what I usually do for brown recluse spider infestation, and I've only done a couple of brown recluse jobs in my entire life. It's not a very common thing to get called on, but it does happen sometimes. Fogging an attic helps. It kills flies and stuff too in the attic. A brown recluse likes to be secluded. They like to live in secluded areas, places you're not going to be very often. Maybe a basement or a crawl space or an attic, because you're not there. They're reclusive, okay? They like to be alone. But when you invade their space or they come across you, they will bite you. And they are a pretty bad, nasty bite to get. So if you treat those areas like crawl spaces, attic spaces, stuff like that, usually you can knock out a brown recluse infestation pretty quickly. And usually I just recommend fogging using a bug bomb. And I don't recommend bug bombs for very many things, but for a space treatment in an attic or a crawl space, they're very effective. And you'll kill all the spiders underneath the crawl space. Just make sure that you're getting a fogger for the proper square footage, or cubed footage, I should say. Because if you know that your crawl space is, 1,000 square feet, but it's 3 feet deep, then it's 3,000 cubed feet, because it's 1,000 times 3 feet. So, that's the way you figure it up. And you read the back of the label, make sure you get enough foggers to cover the whole area. Just one fogger is usually not enough for a crawl space. You usually have to use 2 or 3, and not at the same spot either. You have to kind of space them out. So if your crawl space is real deep, you got to go way on back, set one up there, and work your way backwards. Wear a respirator, if you're going to do this on your own and not hire someone. But I usually recommend hiring a professional for something like a brown recluse. When do I recommend a professional pest control technician to come in your house? Just about every time. But if you can't afford it, I understand, people can't afford it. So that's why they're here. They watch my channel because I teach them how to do it. But the main thing is that, okay, roaches are going to cost you more money unless you hire a professional. It's usually cheaper to hire a professional for cockroaches. And that's because you have to rotate your chemicals and you have to spend all this money in pesticide. And it's usually cheaper just to hire somebody. And that's just cost. It's not that you can't get rid of roaches. You can. But it's usually cheaper to hire someone else. Poisonous things. Things that can potentially cause deadly harm or severe harm to the human body. Brown recluse spiders, black widow spiders, hornets. Okay, I recommend getting a professional to kill hornets. Now, I've shown people how to kill hornets. I love to kill hornets. It's really fun. But those are the things that I usually definitely recommend hiring a professional on because I don't want people to get hurt. So, let's see. Is it true that eucalyptus oil is a bed bug repellent? It's true that eucalyptus oil will not kill bugs. Not effectively. I don't recommend using any essential oils for bugs. Ever. Eucalyptus is toxic anyway. Just curious, do you do bee and wasp removal? See any Asian hornets? I have not seen any Asian hornets, but man, they had a nest outbreak down in Georgia. Maybe one day. I'm kind of excited. I hope so. I hope I get to kill a nest of Asian hornets.
I hope not.
I want to. That's going to be fun. I love hornet work. Look, let me explain something to you guys about bees. Why do people bungee jump? You know why people bungee jump? Because one day the bungee might break. But it probably won't. But that's the thrill. Right? Maybe today. And I like kill hornets because maybe I'll get stung today, but I haven't been stung in 7.5 years. And I did so many bee nests this year. I haven't gotten stung once so far this year. How do you spray a shop for brown recluse spiders? I got a lawnmower, and that's when I got bitten by one. So that's like I said. I usually treat cracks and crevices when I spray. I spray under things. Brown recluse hunts for food, so you need to treat underneath things. Like if it's a shop, like a lawnmower shop, then you want to treat up underneath toolboxes, like the ones on the rollers or the wheels and stuff. You want to treat under everything you can, because those are the places the brown recluse hide. Well, yeah, Kenju says he skydives, not for the chance of death, but because it is literally flying your body. Well, I have been bungee jumping. I have bungee jumped. And it is absolutely the same thrill to bungee jump as it is to go after yellow jackets. Or European hornets or whatever. Listen, thanks. I've been watching all your videos. I was thinking about heating, but quickly decided not to after hearing your advice. I also got Crossfire aerosol to spray behind the outlets. I would not do that. Don't spray anything inside your wall in the outlets. You're going to cause a fire or shock the piss out of yourself. I spent $200 on chemicals. If you were in my area, I would have hired you. Yeah, I mean, I would have done it too, probably. $200 is not that bad. My buddy got bit by a garter snake yesterday underneath the house. He said it's just a garter snake. We kept working. I would have too. If it's just a garter snake, who cares? Before learning about you, I bought Hot Shot bedbug foggers and can't return them. Anything I can do with them, I hate to trash them, but I have Crossfire now. Trash it or maybe use it on, well, like I said, you can use it in crawl space or something to kill spiders and crickets and stuff. You can move to Florida and be an iguana exterminator. Alicia, did you know that there are iguana exterminators?
Yeah.
Is this true?
I've heard stuff about
Can you kill iguanas? Are they mean?
I don't know that they're mean.
I think they're neat looking.
People are just scared of them.
I think they're cool. Who kills an iguana? I mean, I kill mice, but mice are nasty. They can really cause you a lot of disease. Daniel Lawrence says, hey, Jason, I don't have a question, but just wanted to say thanks for recommending Alpine WSG. I had ants getting in my kitchen, and after one treatment, they were coming in, stopped them. Just after one treatment, it stopped them. You hear that, Alicia? One treatment of Alpine WSG stopped his ants.
Lucky.
What's the biggest mistake homeowners make when doing their own pest control for the first time? They buy home defense. I should have taken that picture today. I went into a guy's garage today and he had 4 bottles, the gallons, of home defense. And you're an exterminator, right? The guy's had me in his house several months in a row, and I'm seeing these things, and I'm like, wasn't it Einstein that said to try the same thing over and over and over, achieving the same result? Isn't that like the definition of a moron or an idiot or something like that?
I don't know.
Something like that. Y'all might be able to get that quote for me.
Probably wasn't truly Einstein that said that.
Maybe. It sounded like something he might say. I didn't even know that snakes bit. I used to play with them as a kid. I see that you're a member of the Horde. I am. But the reason I have the Alliance is because my wife is a member of the Alliance. And I decided to switch factions to play WoW with her. When I really just should have stayed Horde and killed her every chance I had. Just to teach her that she picked the wrong side. That's what I should have done. Hindsight is 20/20 though. Really. She did play Horde through Mr. Pandera though. I gotta give her that much. We had a pretty good time through that expansion as Horde.
I played a lot of Horde.
Yeah, and WoD. WoD was Horde. That was on PvE.
And Classic, I think I played a Horde as well.
Did you play Horde on Classic?
Yeah, I have a Troll Shaman.
Why is home defense a mistake? Because home defense is very weak. It's a very weak concentrated chemical. It's a weak concentration that's not very effective on anything. They claim it can last up to 12 months, and you're lucky to get it to last 2 years. 2 days, 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 days too, probably. But it just doesn't do what they promise. And you can actually develop a chemical resistant insect by using it because it's not because it's not mixed right. Mark Griffin, I want to thank your wife for sharing you with us. You are a lifesaver, and she is a hero for sharing you and allowing you to spend time helping us. Did you hear that?
Well, thank you.
You are a hero. She is super, Alicia. Dun, 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 dun. I also followed your advice using Crossfire, says Daniel, for bed bugs. I had a year or so ago, and we have never had bed bugs again. Safe to say, I do not even think where to turn now for pest advice. Cool. Thank you. That's all these people saying nice things about me. Nice things about me. Thanks for all the advice. Happy to be a member. See you on the next one. I need to spread some bifin before the sun goes down. Go for it, man. That stuff is good. Bifenthrin is not a bad chemical. It's very good. I mean, truthfully, it's not as good as Dursban or Diazinon granules, but it's the next best thing, and it's the only thing we got really, truly, that works really, really well. Amanda says, okay, thanks. I won't spray behind the outlets. I got that idea from a different TikTok exterminator, but I trust you more. Well, the thing is, so I did this one time. The reason I say not to do this is because I've done this. So I wasn't thinking. My brain wasn't in my head this day. And I went into this house, and they had roaches, all right? And it was in the kitchen. And so I took a little screw. I had a pin. I have well, I used to. I don't have it anymore. But I used to have a little pin screwdriver that I kept in my pocket. And it just had a clip on it, and I would pull it out, and it had a screw, and I could unscrew outlet covers. That's what I used it for. And so I unscrewed the outlet cover, laid the thing there, and I was like, boy, it's full of roaches. And I took my can of PT565, which is a flushing agent with a straw on the end, and sprayed in that outlet. Sparked, flipped the breaker, scared the crap out of me, had to go change my underwear, because that is a terrifying thing to not expect, spraying an outlet and have it spark and shoot fire out at your face. Because aerosol, they tell you on the bottle, contents under pressure, do not keep around the flame, an open flame, right? Because the can can explode. All right, when I'm spraying that stuff in an outlet, and then it sparks, and it goes whoosh, that'll make you shit yourself. I didn't really, but absolutely terrified me. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. That's a bad idea. So, and it was a plug. It wasn't like a switch. It was actually an outlet. It was a plug. I did that too. So, I mean, it's a liquid. It's under pressure. It's got a lot of that petroleum in it that's highly flammable. And it absolutely terrified me. Luckily, it only flipped the breaker. It didn't cause any damage to the woman's house or anything like that. But, I mean, if you've ever seen those videos of people, like, spraying hairspray and shooting flames out of the end of a hairspray bottle, it was like that. It was pretty terrifying. So, definitely made me jump.
I thought you scared me.
Yeah, don't spray. Oh, I did that one time, too. So, Pugface says, don't spray near a pilot light. All right, so I'll tell you another story. I had this customer. They had a gas stove. I did not know that under the oven, there's this thing called a warmer drawer, right? And in some ovens, there's actually a pilot light underneath that drawer. So, it's a cockroach account, another cockroach account, thinking I can chase roaches out from behind that stove. So I took the tube and bent it so it could go under the stove and went psht, and it went whoosh in my face. In my face. Fire. Whoosh in my face. I had white eyebrows because it singed my eyebrows. I don't use flushing agent that much anymore. So, because I try to burn houses down with it. It's dangerous when you're using it around things that's stupid, that you don't think. I just wasn't thinking, but I learned, and with my knowledge, I impart my knowledge to you. And the moral of the story is don't be an idiot like me. Learn from my idiot mistakes and don't do it. Don't do it. When I tell people on my channel, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, the reason I say that is because it's a mistake. I don't want you to make the same mistake I have either witnessed other people make or I have made myself. So, what are your thoughts on Tempo for spiders? I've never used Tempo for spiders. I use Onslaught Fast Cap because it is amazing. It is fantastic chemical. I love it. I really should work for MGK. I really should. I really should be a salesman for them because I sell their product like crazy. I love it. Onslaught's good. I think Onslaught's really good. Crossfire's really good. Both of those are MGK products, I think. I think Onslaught's MGK. Let me see. Is it on here? Yep, Fast Cap. There it is. Onslaught Fast Cap. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Safe in a Crossfire bottle. It's amazing. Amazing stuff. But I really should. I really should work. Stop talking to me. My watch is trying to talk to me. I really should work for MGK because I love their stuff. But I'll tell you what's crap. What they make that's crap. All right? Let's rag on MGK. Let's rag on them. I'll show you this. All right? This is a really good chemical right here. Nygaard. Really, really good IGR. Shitty bottle. This is the worst bottle design that I have ever used in my entire life. These little caps, they do not seal. If this bottle is in your toolbox with your other concentrates and it tips over even a little bit, all this really expensive chemical is pouring out everywhere. I love Nygaard, but the container is a piece of dookie. It is no good at all. Horrible. A bad chemical that's not very good that MGK produces, well, it used to be good, but it's not anymore, is Bedlam. Bedlam. And Aerosol Crossfire is not very good either. It's okay. It will kill bed bugs. It's better than Bedlam, but Bedlam's not very good anymore. I don't like Bedlam at all. So, I don't have to love everything they make because they don't pay me anything. Nothing. Even though I called and asked them to give me a sponsorship, they won't do it. So, anyway. I used a fogger once and it tipped over and got so hot. Foggers are dangerous. Yeah, they are. They are. And that's another reason I usually don't promote them is because they're not the best option. For some things, they're okay. But most, they're better options than foggers. I haven't used a fogger for cockroaches 10 years, 9 years maybe. And that was a common thing. Used to use them for cockroaches and fleas. You'd use foggers for both. So I'm looking on their site to see if there's anything else oh, they make Vendetta. Vendetta's good. See, I'll show you another thing I like. Vendetta Plus. I use this. I use this for roaches. This is the bait I have in my car right now. Vendetta Plus. It's amazing. Amazingly good for cockroaches. There's Vendetta Nitro. It's really good. I think that's the same thing. Oh, it's Vendetta Plus and Nitro. Both of these. I use both of these. Both of these are really good. So a lot of this stuff I don't use. So I can't tell you if it's good or not. But anyway. I will be right back. I'm going to take a quick intermission. I got to use the bathroom. I have to tell you, I got to use the bathroom. I don't know why I overshare every single thing I do in my whole house, but feelings on temperate, it's okay for ants, roaches, not really good for bed bugs. I will be right back. I got to run and use the potty. So let me find my potty music. I'll be right back. We had to come back and dance a little bit. Maybe I'll name my next dog in honor of you. Puppies will be named Alpine, Onslaught, Akers is my name, Akers, but not Acre and Crossfire. But anyway, if you want to name him Acre after me, you can. But I've been having to spell my name for people since I could spell my name. So, see, what is this going on over here? Let me see. Do 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 do. Oh goodness, I'm sleepy. How's everybody doing? What's everybody planning to do this weekend? Everybody have fun this weekend? What are y'all gonna do? What's everybody gonna do? Don't understand why that one doesn't work. The other one does. I don't understand it. Same thing we do every weekend, Kenju. We're going to try to take over the world, right? It's swarming season for termites in Southern California. What are your thoughts on Termidor and Boracare? I like Termidor the best. Research tells me Boracare is the way to go long term if I can gain access to wood framing. Not always. Termites can eat up through the middle of the wood and avoid the They have to eat it to die. If they don't eat it, they won't die. So if they can figure out a way to tunnel into the wood in the middle of the wood, Boracare will not kill termites. The best way to kill termites on the, is Termidor. Hands down. Lasts for a long time. And you may have to reapply, but truthfully, Boracare, I have seen termites get into houses that were treated with Boracare. I don't trust Boracare because I've seen too many houses get damaged with it. So, by termites, even though they had access. I'm talking about pre-treats. So a pre-treat is the only way that I would ever use Boracare. And I have. So in Bedford County, it is the law that even though Termidor allows for the treatment of a pre-construction as long as the well is outside of 10 feet, you can treat with Termidor. But if the well in Bedford County specifically is within 50 feet of the house, they will not allow you to do a liquid treatment in the ground, no matter what chemical it is. Even though Termidor is labeled to be used, they will not let you use it in Bedford County. It's against the county law, county code. So I have had a couple of jobs where they needed to have a Boracare treatment because the well was too close to the house. And so I did use Boracare on those jobs. But I have been in houses that were built, and people, not me specifically, but others have actually had access to the framing, and they treated with Boracare, and it was maybe 6 years after the house was built, the house got termites. So you can't always trust advertising. Bill Green says he's going to do motorcycle racing if the smoke clears up. I love racing motorcycles. I love motorcycles. Motorcycle riding is fun. My wife won't let me do it no more because she said I got too many children and I've got too many responsibilities. If I get hurt, then she's going to kill me if the motorcycle doesn't. So I can't get on one. Something for American roaches, palmetto bugs in crawl space. I mean, dust probably is what I would do up around the footers. The plate. I should say the plate. Got rid of German cockroaches before by using Bengal, getting rid of some electronics and sealing up cracks in the house. We've had the worst go with bugs. I got them from other people both times. Oh yeah, you always get roaches from other people. They always come from either other people or places, restaurants, places like that, Goodwill, thrift stores, yard sales. Speaking of which, this is my latest. Well, I don't know if this is the latest one or not. Oh, this is July. This ain't the latest one. See? It's July. These are good magazines. Got a lot of ads in them. Mostly ads. They're mostly advertising stuff. But they're pretty good magazines. They sometimes you learn something from them. But I said most of the time it's like ads like this. See, you got advertisements and stuff in there trying to sell you stuff. But your wife is 100% right about motorcycles, somebody said, Alicia. She not listening. She playing video game.
Honey.
This lady says you're right about motorcycles.
Yes. Well, I used to work in Stericore in the OR, and I've seen...
Wait a minute. Where'd you work? The
Stericore.
Stericore?
Sterile.
Stericore.
Yeah, in OR.
Okay, in the OR. Okay.
And I've seen so many motorcycle accidents. It's the motorcycle accidents versus car accidents. I mean, they can both be horrific, but motorcycles are on a whole different level.
Except I don't wreck. I'm an amazing motorcycle driver. I'm like Evil Knievel, except I will live. Do you know who Evil Knievel is? She's ignoring me.
Yeah.
Are you ignoring me?
No.
No? So you do know who Evil Knievel is? I'm gonna dig myself a hole. I need to shut up. So I had a question, and I was thinking about doing a video, and I wanted to run it across you guys to see what you think. Go back to the studio. All right. So this guy asks, how do I find a quality pest control professional? What is a reasonable price to pay? How do I know I'm not being scammed? And what about those companies that sell door to door? So I was thinking a question like this deserves a video. Who would like to see a video about that topic? How to find quality pest control company to work for you. Would anybody like to see that? Because I could do a video on that. I could explain what to look for and, you know, cost, pay and stuff like that. I could do a video like that and what I think it should cost if anyone's interested in that. My mom rode a motorcycle up till she was 60. Always made me nervous. Kenju said that. Alicia left. She walked upstairs. I don't think she's mad at me. She might be. Jeremy says, will the drought push Germans in? I don't think I got them from another person. German roaches don't live, they're from the tropics. So if you live around the equator, German roaches are from that area of the world. They were imported to North America. We didn't get them naturally. They weren't naturally in the United States or North America at all. They were imported through trade. Do you ever use cryonite? Is that something you kill Superman with? Isn't that something you kill Superman with? No. Somebody dropped something. It makes dry ice? No, I'm not going to do that. That's kind of crazy. I know a company that does that, though. But no, I would never do that. There's no residual. Let's make a poll. I haven't done a poll in a long time. There you go. There's a poll. That's easier. That'll give me a better. Some people may not want to type anything. So, according to Boracare, their product uses propylene glycol to draw the disodium octaborate, which is borates, deep into the wood. They recommend adding a dye to show how deep the Boracare penetrates. I mean, you can do that. I'm just telling you what I've seen in the field. Do you have something on Amazon to kill brown recluse spiders? You know, with the area code that you're asking me, so you always ask questions. I got a lot of old messages from you. But somebody just texted me via Skype that says, do you have something on Amazon to kill brown recluse spiders? I'm going to add that real quick. Let me do that. Amazon.com. Amazon.com. And let me see if I can go. It sounds like somebody's making coffee. Can I do this? Let me see. If I Onslaught Fast Cap. That is so many people ask about spiders. It's that time of year though. It's time for spiders. Let's go with this one here. And I'm going to add this to a list and I'm going to put it on the spider control. There we go. So now if we go, let's share this with everybody. Lynchburg does have brown recluse spiders. If this person that's texted me on Skype is from around Lynchburg, they are around Lynchburg. That's the last place I did a brown recluse job, which was just last year. So they are around Lynchburg. So let me see if we got this working right now. So I just added Onslaught to this list. Let's see if there it is. Right there. Right there. Onslaught Fast Cap. So I put it on there. It's on there. Let's read the label and see if it is a good chemical to use for brown recluse though. Now this is the website for it. This is MGK. So we'll go down here and we'll download the label. Let's see what it says. Fast residual control. See, it says right here, Fast Cap, spider and scorpion insecticide. That is what it's for. It's for arachnids. It's really good. It's for arachnids. It says here, let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit so y'all can read it too, all right? Let's do a Control F. Right? Let's search brown. Oh, is brown recluse not here? Let's just try brown. Brown stink. It's for stink bugs. Spiders. It just says spiders. Dog ticks. Brown dog ticks. So yeah, it'll work. If it's got spiders and it specifically doesn't exclude brown recluse, I would assume it's for brown recluse spiders as well. So that I would buy it. I would buy it for that. I use it for that. It works. It works. It kills brown recluse. So and and black widows. Any spiders, it'll kill them. I had a customer that had so many. Did you make me a coffee?
No, I made myself a moon milk.
A moon milk.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get to...
Hmm?
The moon does not have udders.
No.
What is moon milk?
Moon milk?
Does anybody here know what moon milk is? My wife is drinking moon milk.
It's a brand
It's a brand of milk
for women, yeah.
for women.
Yeah.
So I can't drink it.
I mean, if you want to, you could.
Is it delicious?
Yes, it is.
Does it need Hershey's?
No.
It's just good. I don't know what is moon milk for. Does anybody in my chat know what moon milk is for? I just want to see. I want to see if I need to be scared. She says it's for women. Are you expecting any visitors?
No.
All right. I have a computer chair that has bed bugs in the seat. Can I spray the entire seating area where I sit, often touching the skin? Usually the places that I treat as the cracks and crevices and the seams, those are the places I usually hit, I target mostly, are those areas. So, let's see. Let's look up a computer chair. And let's do that. And let's say this is like the one I got right here. Actually, I think that is the chair I'm sitting in right now. What is the likeness of that? All right, let's copy that picture. And let's do this. All right. Boom. Chair. It's kind of squished because I'm not very good with the resizer. All right. The places on this chair that I would treat for... Let me see. Has this got a pocket right there? No. The places I would treat... I don't drink any milk either. I'm vegan. And so is she. So I don't know what moon milk is. Maybe it's something vegan because he got it from the moon. I don't know. But I'm vegan. So I don't drink any milk at all. I don't drink milk. I don't eat eggs. I don't eat meat. The places I would treat on this chair would be here, 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 like that little spot. I treat down in behind these arms, like right there. I treat this spot here, you know, the cracks where the seams are. There's no reason to spray here. That the bed bugs aren't going to be there. They're going to live in places like this, here, here, here. You know, all the places there are seams are the places that I would treat. You see? Like that. Those are the places. In fact, yeah, that's just pillows. Yeah, that's what I would do on the desk chair. We got another message. If I can bring it up. Let me see. Who messaged? Who messaged? Hello, I'm Canadian. I'm sorry. Actually, I love Canadians. I'm Canadian, and I spotted a single male bed bug, unfed, don't have a bite. I had mild bed bugs a year and a half ago, and last time I got a professional to take care of it, resealing the baseboards and getting a mattress protector. However, I've only seen one so far with no bite or any of the other signs. I'm currently taking the steps to wash and clean my room as best I can, but I had a couple of questions if you don't mind. Of course not. Is it worth getting an inspection at this point when I'm unsure if it was just one or more? My room is only 180 square feet in size, and buying all the concentrate sprayer feels a bit like having too much. I saw Crossfire. I would probably get the aerosol in your specific situation because you have such a small room. I would probably just buy the aerosol. One can of aerosol is going to go a long way for you, and it will stay good, and you don't have to you know, deal with a mixed tank of spray. And as far as the inspection, I probably would get it inspected and make sure you don't have any more bed bugs, personally. Inspections usually aren't very expensive, just to make sure you have a professional's eyes on it as well, just in case. The Canadian government is really restrictive on the pesticides you can and can't use in Canada. And it's very difficult to even get something like Crossfire in Canada. I've known Canadians that have been able to do it, And if you follow my Discord, there are people there that can help you. Maybe, be able to get it. So. Stay hydrated. Drink water. Oh me, oh my. So one of the reasons that I want to get back on this boric care because the question's still there and I'm still reading it. Termites live in the soil. They don't live in the wood. Now, they can live in the wood if they're drywood termites. But subterranean termites live subterraneally in the ground. Subterranean. Okay? They live in the ground. So, if you treat the soil where the house sits on the ground, let me explain how this works to people that don't understand. If you've got a foundation, like let's say your house is like a square. Let's say it's a real simple house. It's a square. Okay? This wall, in fact, let's do this. Let's go back. Everywhere there's a red wall, that's called load bearing. Okay? That means these walls are bearing the load of the roof of the house. This is what's keeping the house up. This is what's keeping the roof over your head. Okay? Sometimes these houses will have a beam. A center beam. Not always. Just depends on the size house and how it's built. But some houses will have a center beam down the middle. Okay? And on that beam, like in a crawl space or a basement, you will have pillars that come down off of that beam every so often. Okay? And those pillars hold up the house. If it's under a crawl space, usually they will have cinder blocks or some kind of a concrete footer around them if it's in a crawl space. If it's in a basement, then usually the pipes will go all the way through the concrete floor, underneath the concrete, onto these same blocks. And this is also load bearing. So this is bearing the load of the house. This is what the house is built upon, the foundation. Okay? Anywhere there is a load bearing wall, that's where the wall touches the dirt. Okay? This wall will actually have a foundation around it underneath the soil that you may not be able to see that runs the entire perimeter of the house, inside and outside. Because what you do is you build, actually let's make this black. Let's do this so you get the idea. All right, so that didn't work. Undo. Black is what I want. Why won't it change the color? Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. And then here. And then thing wants to grab my line and I don't want it to. There we go. And on the inside, you will also have the inside of the foundation. All right. So this is usually made out of poured concrete, and then they build the wall on top of it. So that red, imagine that's your studs and your wall and stuff like that, and that holds the roof up. So when you treat a house, you want to treat the soil. So the soil is like, let's use a paint can. All that. That's the dirt. Okay? There's also dirt underneath the crawl space. Okay? All that's dirt. So you treat the dirt. Let's say you get some Thermador. Okay, you treat. Let's just use a brush. Let's just use a paintbrush. Let's do this. Do that. All right. You treat this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot, and then you treat this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot, all the way around. Trench it, drill it. If there's concrete in the way, you got to drill it. Basically, you're treating the inside perimeter, the outside perimeter, and you're treating around these pillars in the basement or the crawl space, whatever. Okay? Now, how can the termites get in the house? If you've done this treatment, how can the termites get in the house? They can't. They can't get in the house. If they do, they die. Because there's a chemical here, there's a chemical here, there's a chemical here. Okay? And around all these pillars. Termites can't get in the house. Termidor can last up to between 10 and 15 years. Okay? I have not had to retreat a house that I used Termidor on before 16 years. It took 16 years for the chemical to wear off to where I had to treat the house again. Boracare, if you treat the studs and seal them into the wall, can last a lifetime. It can last a very long time because it's a borate, okay? Lasts a long time. Pressure-treated lumber. It's the same thing they treat similar. I say the same thing. It's similar to the same thing that they treat pressure-treated lumber with. If I take a landscaping timber, okay, and I lay it on the ground here and here, you know, I'm making a nice little pretty pathway up to my house, all right? Now, you tell me, will the termites get into that lumber? That lumber is sitting on the ground. That lumber, if it's treated with the same Boracare that the house is treated with, it will absolutely get termites in it probably within 3 to 5 years. This house, while these pillars right here, they're treated with Boracare, they may never see a termite because they're up on concrete posts. In fact, this wall's on concrete too. But let's say the builder comes in and he backfills all this dirt. Now, the dirt is up above your footer. And it's touching the wall of the house. Because that's what they do. It's really common. The Boracare will leach out of the wood into the soil, and the wood is not protected by a termiticide. But if you treat the soil is protected always. It stays there. Unless you go and dig it up and move it away from the house, it's there. It's always there. So it will kill the termites when the termites crawl through to get into the house. Always. And that's for subterranean termites. I don't do drywood in Virginia. We don't have them here. But for subterranean termites, that always works. Boracare does not always work. That's why I don't use Boracare for my termite treatments. Unless the government makes me, I do not use it. And it's cheaper to use it. And a lot of builders will cut corners because they know they can get a cheaper pre-treat with Boracare, but it's not the best thing for the customer. So I don't do it. I recently had bed bugs last year. It was a decent infestation. I was giving up hope when I watched about 4 videos of yours after having multiple heating treatments, wasting over $3,000. I watched a few of your videos about Crossfire, ordered it, and within about 2 months, they were completely gone. I haven't seen one since. I want to thank you for what you do. You are truly a god. I'm not a god. Oh, a godsend. Okay, godsend. That's okay, maybe, I guess. Regarding Boracare, the problem in Southern California is the flying termites, which are drywood termites. We do not have drywood termites in Virginia. For drywood termites, it would be more effective. It would be more effective for drywood termites, not subterraneans, not subterranean termites. But I don't live in California. I live in Virginia. That's why I say every time I go over termites, I always explain to people, I only deal with subterraneans. I don't deal with drywood termites. We don't have them here. I know what they are, but we don't have them here. So if you live in California, Boracare may be the best thing. Maybe both. Why not both? Why not do a Boracare treatment to the wood for drywood, or put in metal studs? You know, if your house is already built, well, you know, that sucks. But, you know, personally, I'd build the house out of metal studs, and that's what I would do. And then treat the soil with Termidor to keep the termites out of the drywall. And all the pretty stuff, the facial boards and stuff like that. I live in Georgia and have not termite treated my house in 20 years. Am I crazy or lucky? Should I be scared? Maybe not. Dursban can last 25 years. Chlordane can last 50. I've done a few Chlordane jobs recently where it just started wearing off because the last legal year you could use Chlordane was 1989. And there are some houses that were treated in 89 that have yet to get a termite back in them. And it's 2023. So, yeah, we have subterranean. We have eastern subterranean termites. We don't even have Formosan termites in Virginia, but we do have eastern subs. I deal with them all the time. They're real easy to kill. I personally would hate it to have to deal with drywood termites, and if for some reason that's I probably wouldn't do termite work because it's too much. I can't be doing, tenting houses for termites. So, but yeah, swarmers will come out in the spring usually. There are 44 people in here. Let's see what's going on. If I go to my video and I refresh, there are 0 likes. What? Are you serious? I got nobody like my video. Is it that? Am I that annoying tonight? I have no thumbs up at all. None. I'm truly hurt. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Can you believe it? Look. 0 people like this. I don't know what I've done wrong. What have I done wrong? Alicia, go like my video. Make me feel better. Alicia, go like my video. It made me feel better. Nobody's liking my video at all. Not even Kenji like my video.
It says you have 28.
Do I have 28? It says 0 for me. Is it lying?
You must be lying. Now you're up to 31.
You see this, right? Everybody sees this. It says 0 right there. See that as a 0. Stupid YouTube. Candy Miser said, I 23 likes and I sent hearts too. Well, thank you. Thank you. I like the likes. Likes help promote my channel. And it's hard being a YouTuber and giving people positive advice. When you deal with... The thing is, when you're on YouTube and you're not negative all the time, and you try to uplift people and make people feel good and help people, YouTube's like, I don't want nobody to know who that guy is at all. So I really rely solely on my audience to like and promote me and pass me around and show people my videos, because really people don't get it. Somebody just texted, said, I saw 28 likes a few minutes ago. I mean, I didn't see any. I just showed that I didn't see any. So I was just being like that, It said 0 for me. Maybe it's because I'm looking in an incognito window. So, somebody chatting with me, and I don't know who it is, but somebody chatting with me on Skype. And I'm like, I'm always curious when it's a 434 area code. I'm always curious. Because it's like, do I know this person? Because I could know this person. I could know this person. Because I live in a 434 area code. Well, I don't. I live in a 540 area code. But anyway. Let me see here. One minute. Let me go to there. I like Sound of Music. I sing a lot of Sound of Music songs in my head all the time. Do you ever sing Sound of Music songs in your head, Leash?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot. I grew up watching Sound of Music.
A lot of them Rodgers and Hammerstein music anyways.
Is it Rodgers and Hammerstein? That's the people that did that Cinderella, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a good Cinderella. You should do a challenge on your channel. Last to leave bedbug infested bed gets a free bottle of Crossfire to deal with the ones they'll bring home.
That'd be hilarious.
I am not here to start a bedbugs. What is it that show? Fear Factor?
That would be a fear factor for sure.
Good luck, Chuck. Chuck sprayed Crossfire for the first time. What is the average cost to treat a home for termites? I don't know. Anywhere from $800 to $1,600 maybe. On a pre-treats are cheaper, but you know, something like that. I've done termites for as much as $2,600 before, but it was mansion. It was a gigantic house and took me all day long, me and 2 other people, to treat the house. That's the biggest pre-treat I've ever done. But, or not pre-treat, but termite treatment for active termites. Termites are all over the house too. But typically, I went over this in a video. I actually compared a Centricon baiting system to a Termidor treated house, and I gave I think it was like the most expensive possible that you would pay for a termite treatment, and I compared it to a Centricon system at the cheapest, and I explained that usually within 5 years you come out ahead on a Termidor treatment every single time. So I don't recommend Centricon. I sing Cinderella songs often. How do you quote mice jobs? I just have a generic price. I charge everybody the same thing. If it's a commercial account, commercial accounts are usually more expensive because they usually require more expensive equipment, monitoring equipment and stuff. But residential is always generic, same thing. Sometimes if I go out and if I'm pricing like a 50,000 square foot building or something like that, like a big, warehouse, then I have to price accordingly based on the amount of rat stations or bait stations I have to use. But if it's just a person, usually a generic house of 2,000 to 3,000 square feet tops is usually 2 mouse stations and a rat station is usually what I will use on a house like that. Sometimes 4 mouse. It just depends. It really just depends on the job. But it's a generic price, a one-time price. I don't charge. I charge everybody the same thing. So Kenji says, I don't sing Sound of Music songs often, but I suppose they are a few of my favorite things. Kenji's a pun master.
He is. That was a good one.
Hey, Emma. Are you busy?
I'm safe.
You're safe?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You don't look safe.
I'm safe.
Are you an outpost?
Yeah.
Can you fill my water?
Yeah.
I have to cause another pee break in a minute. Have you ever used Bedlam before? No, because it doesn't work. When I switched to Crossfire, Bedlam had already been pulled because it wasn't very good. I mean, it wasn't pulled, but they were promoting Crossfire because Bedlam has got a lot of resistance, so I don't use Bedlam. So do 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 do. See, I know their songs. But see, when I was a kid, ABC used to have, what was it? What did they call it on Friday nights? It was a Magical World of Disney.
Or the family. They had like the family. Wasn't it the family thing?
They called it the Magical World of Disney. And they would have a different show. And sometimes it would be Cinderella. Sometimes it would be Snow White. And sometimes it would be Sound of Music. They did a lot of those movies, like Sound of Music and stuff. And Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is another really good movie. I really like Mary Poppins. That's one of my favorites, Mary Poppins. And when they sing Tuppence a Bag, I like that song. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag. I like that song. Do 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 do. See, now I'm going to be singing that song for days on end. And the song when they sing and the guy's laughing on the ceiling, that guy's a good actor. I wish I could remember his name. What was that guy's name with that big nose that would sing and he was floating around? Remember him? You know, that guy.
Yeah, I remember that
Him. He was in a lot of stuff growing up, like cartoons and stuff. He used to do voice acting and everything. He was great. He was funny. Wish I could remember his name. He was great. Thank you for your videos. I'm the one who was here a few weeks ago. I have been bedbug free for 2 months. Still keep watching. Great. Wonderful. I went on a Sound of Music tour in the Austrian Alps. Rode the train from the beginning of the movie. Would you like to do that? I bet Alicia would love to see the Alps.
That would be, oh yes.
My wife likes to travel a lot. She wants to do a Mediterranean cruise.
I was thinking maybe for my birthday. My 21st.
For your birthday? For your 21st birthday in a couple years?
21st birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, I saw the Von Trapp house.
That's pretty cool.
I have a can of Bedlam in the garage. I use it on my shoes back when I was bedbug panic mode. I mean, it will kill bugs, but it's not as effective as some of the other things. So the problem is resistance. So when you use a chemical and you expose bugs to a lot of pesticides or the same pesticide over and over and over and over, eventually you kill all the bugs that you can kill with it. And the ones you don't kill are immune. They're genetically immune. So the problem with Bedlam is it was used so much and on so many bed bugs that they killed all the bed bugs that could be killed with it. And the ones that were left over are immune to it. And you deal with a lot of immunity. Now, it doesn't mean every single house you go in, you spray Bedlam, the bed bugs are going to be resistant. You might have some resistance. You might have no resistance at all. And it works just fine. And that's the way it is with store-bought chemicals as well. If you go in and spray a store-bought chemical, you might get lucky. You might kill all the bed bugs in your house. More than likely, you won't. It's like rolling a D20. All right, you got a D20 dice. And you have to roll a 15 or higher to ensure that you're going to kill all your bed bugs with the first shot. That's difficult. It's like a quarter chance, right? Trying to make sure that I have bed bugs and not something else like bat bugs. I'm having the hardest time killing them, even with crossfire. Do they normally... Well, if you're having a hard time killing them, it is probably bed bugs because bat bugs die really easy. Do they normally have a unique kind of sickly sweet odor, especially when you touch them or kill them in your hand? I have not seen one in months, but something is still biting me. Here's a pic of the bites as well. Thank you. Love your show. All right, so I can't get any pictures on this app. If you want to send me a picture, you need to join the Discord and send me a picture there. Was your wife against using bug products inside the home when your baby was born? No. No, she knows better than that.
Yeah, I'm one of these weird, like...
She is crazy.
Plastic toys.
My wife doesn't like chemicals. She made me throw my Legos away. She'll say she didn't, but she said because my Legos were made in the 90s and the 80s and they had red cadmium and lead in them, that I had to throw them away because the she said the kids couldn't play with them and neither could I. So I might as well throw them away. It's just garbage then, so I threw them away. But my wife's crazy. Okay, when it comes to chemicals, she's one of those people that don't like chemicals. And I spray in the house because she knows that they're not going to hurt anything. They're not harmful to her. The bugs are more harmful than the chemicals are. Chemicals aren't going to hurt you.
We've had quite a few. I mean, when you say, okay, I'm worried about this pesticide that's mostly water and the tiniest bit of spray, and it's going to go on my baseboards. I'm not looking in the baseboards. you know.
Some people will lick baseboards.
And,
Kenju probably licks
but I
baseboards.
have had my fair share of run-ins with brown recluse and black widows.
Right. Well, where we used to live, we had black widows.
Oh, it was awful. I was always terrified.
The crawl space was infested, and I had to treat the crawl space and everything. It was awful. It was awful for black widows. But the thing is that we had bed bugs. So 2 years ago, I infested the house with bed bugs. It was in September, 2 years ago. And my wife was 36 weeks pregnant with my almost 2-year-old. He'll be 2 next month. And you see, that's what you got to think. It's what you got to realize is that she was pregnant, and I treated the house with Crossfire. I treated every bed in the house with Crossfire. Every bed in the house. So, I had to. But it didn't hurt anybody. Nobody's hurt. Nobody died. Nobody got sick. Of course it didn't. I know what I'm doing. I follow the label. As long as you follow the label. I mean, look, see, I got the warning closing the stream. I got the warning opening the stream. I got, I try to explain to people the label's the law. Follow the label. If you follow the label, you won't get hurt. That's why I put it up there. It's for your protection. I have used Bedlam with Temperate and Semexa in one job. Bedbug exploded 6 months later when I used Crossfire, and now it is controlled. Yeah, Crossfire is good. Was that you, Emma? Her husband goes to this dialysis center I've been treating for the past couple weeks. Is there any advice to reduce? I don't want to deal with too many follow-ups. Yeah, dialysis centers I used to actually treat a dialysis center every single month. And I would go in and treat everything. I would go through every room and treat it all. So, Ryan Shepard, I'm back. Welcome back. I know you. I remember you. You caught me. I was just getting ready to say I'm going to leave, but I'll wait around for a little bit if you got a question. You usually have good questions. I've been here for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I got here early. I got here early because I'm exhausted. I want to go to bed. And so I figured if I got on here early, I'd be able to get off early. But here I have gone and talked for over 2 hours. And usually if I get on here at like 9:30, I don't talk but an hour and a half and I go to bed. But I've been here since 8 and now it is 10:08. So I've been here for a while. Like I said, I do this for people for free every Thursday night until I can't do it anymore and I go to bed. So what are some good preventative ideas for bed bugs like steaming a mattress? Steaming a mattress is not preventative. Steaming a mattress is eliminative. So use that to eliminate them. You don't use that to prevent. To prevent bed bugs, you treat baseboards around the bed frame, the box spring, maybe luggage like Crossfire or something. You can treat your luggage like if you're going to go to a hotel, treat the outside of your luggage bags, especially if you're going to go on an airplane or a bus where you're going to take them and put them in cargo spaces with other people's luggage. Make sure you treat your luggage. That's a good preventative way to keep bed bugs out of the house. Treat the trunk of your car, vans, SUVs. Treat your vehicles that are going to handle your luggage that you're going to maybe go in and out of a hotel, put your stuff in and out of the car. Treat those areas. If you've got friends you take to work, treat the cars. I've got videos on how to treat cars. Just search my channel. It's real easy to find it. But I preventatively treat my entire house. I treat the baseboards. I treat everything in the whole house to try to keep bugs out, and that works really well. What are some, so that's what I recommend. So out of 32 votes, 96% say I should do a video on how to hire the right pest control professional. Ryan says, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Question. Bags and packages of powdered cyper WSP has sustained freezing temperatures. Will it still be any good? Probably not. Let me see what it says. It may be okay. Maybe okay. Holy cow, it's an awful label. It's just cypermethrin. Whoa, that's a little bitty. It's alright to be a little bitty. Da-da-da-da. Man, it's really small. Alright. I use cypermethrin. Cypermethrin's good. Usually it's towards the end. Sometimes it's at the beginning and sometimes it's at the end. Storage and disposal. Here we go. Pesticide storage. Mix only as needed. Do not store diluted material. Do not store near pet food or feed. In case of spill on floor. Okay, so it says do not store below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is below freezing. All right, handle carefully when stored at temperatures less than 50 degrees to avoid breakage of packets. So, yeah.
Wait, what are you reading about?
More than likely, it's probably not going to be as effective. So, with cypermethrin is not microencapsulated. A microencapsulated pesticide, let me explain what that is. So a micro cap looks like this. If you look at it up close, looks like this. Okay. Now it's suspended inside liquid. Okay. So what these do is these hold pesticide. They're micro-encapsulated, kind of like a gel cap medicine. All right. When you ingest a gel cap, the gel cap will slowly dissolve inside your stomach, maybe in your intestines, and it will slowly release the medicine. Okay. The way that a microencapsulated chemical works is these casings around these bubbles will slowly start to pop and deteriorate after you spray, slowly releasing chemical, allowing for a pesticide to last longer than others. Cypermethrin is not microencapsulated. Microencapsulated chemicals are extremely volatile under freezing conditions because what will happen is these little capsules will break. And that's before it's even mixed, they will break, leaking out all the active ingredient that's effective on killing bugs. Cypermethrin is not microencapsulated, so it can withstand maybe a freeze or two, but I feel like if it's been sitting there frozen for a long time, I would probably get rid of it and buy new. If it were me and you were paying me to come out to your house and spray bugs, and I allowed for a chemical to freeze, I'd throw it out and buy fresh. That's what I would do. I might use it on my house just to see if it killed bugs, mix it and use it on my own house. But when it comes to going out and being paid to treat somebody's house, I'm going to use the freshest, best stuff because I want to make sure it works. I don't want to use my customer as a test dummy. So, But if it's spent the winter in a non-heated garage and it actually froze, then I probably wouldn't trust it to work. If it's your own house, maybe. I mean, you can be the judge. It may not last as long. It may cause the residual. So cypermethrin can last anywhere from a month to 3 months. And if it is just, it may not last a couple weeks just because it's been damaged through freezing. How long do you recommend to continue treating after the first bedbug-free month? You're probably good. If you treated it and you're gone a whole month and you haven't had any bedbugs, if you want to do preventative, you can, but you don't have to. I am a new member. I really appreciate you sharing your knowledge and general information. I had to hire a professional. He has made 5 visits. 1 more to go for hospital-type bed. Any advice for the bed? 5 visits, how often? How often is he coming to your house? I mean, is he coming to your house like every week, every 2 weeks? What is he using? That's important to know. Who are you typing to? You type, tap, tip, top, tip, 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 tap, 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 tip, tap, tapping over there. It's alright to be a little bitty. Itty bitty 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 bitty. Every 2 weeks. So is he using temperate? He's probably using temperate. Have you had any bed bugs at all? When's the last time you saw a bed bug? Oh, you typing in Discord. I see you over there. My wife's in Discord typing to people. Yeah, y'all talking about freeze treatments. Thank you for answering that question.
Yeah.
Sometimes my wife will say something in Discord. So, she's helping me. Sometimes she's here in chat. She'll talk to you guys. She likes to talk. When she hears me say something, she likes to talk. So, but right now she's typing in Discord.
I think you've been on pretty much on everything.
Oh, yeah.
saw Discord started going off, and so I was trying to answer some questions.
Yeah, that's a new person.
Yeah.
I think they just joined. He said I had to look it up. Now I know what it is.
Yeah.
I know exactly what cryonite is. It's shit. It's called shit. It's frozen crap. It don't work. It's crap. I watched a video, and I'll tell you who. I won't tell you who does the treatment because I'm not gonna advertise for a company that doesn't do good bedbug work. But the cryonite is done specifically by a major pest control company, and it's not effective. It basically freezes bed bugs on contact, the exact opposite of heat treatment, but there's no residue at all. There's no residual at all. I looked it up because I didn't know it was called cryonite, but I know what it is because I watched a video of a company doing it, and I thought, wow, that's a stupid ass thing to do. And that's the honest truth. It is a gimmick. It is a gimmick. Just for everybody in here, cryonite is a gimmick. It's like so here are, let me show you what happens. All right. Since this guy won't give up cryonite, I've already told him it was crap. I know what it is. I knew what it was years ago. When I'm not going to say the company, I refuse to. But, all right. Industry. Industry. That's right? INDUSTRY, industry. Maybe I spelled it wrong. I don't know. I'm illiterate. I can't spell for shit. So, the industry has termite Dog. All right? This is a dog that can sniff termites. They can smell termites. All right? It's like a Jack Russell or a Beagle. And they go into the house and they sniff termites. Okay? This was big when I was like a teenager. This is what people would do. You know what made businesses stop doing? I thought it was dumb when they were doing it. I always did think it was a stupid idea. Because think about it this way. You got a tight crawl space. A fat term exterminator like me can't fit under a tight crawl space. So they sent a dog under there. The dog comes out and goes bark, 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 bark. What is it, Lassie? What have you found? Have you found termites under the floor? Huh. Well, what are we going to do? You know. So what happens is you're trusting a dog with something that could cause a house to fall over. All right? So what happens, obviously, is lawsuits. Lawsuits. Okay? Let's see, industry, and then we'll say result. All right, so the industry went to termite dogs, and so the result of using a termite dog were lawsuits, because this is moronic. This is stupid. You still have to send a real person under the house to say whether it's active termites or not, because you can't trust Lassie. All right, Lassie's a beautiful dog, and she saved Timmy from a well, but she is not able to find termites under a house without a person. So what does the industry do now? All right, heat treatments. So right now, we're in the phase of, and it took years. It took several years before the lawsuits finally went into effect to where the exterminators finally stopped doing it. They just stopped doing lawsuit. They got so many lawsuits on termite dogs that they stopped doing it because it was costing them too much money. So heat treatments. There have been lawsuits. There just haven't been enough lawsuits yet to put the people to where they're like, we can't do these anymore. This is costing our company too much money. These are called fads. They're fads like emo hairstyles, okay? They come and they go. And people don't do it because eventually they're like, wow, I look really stupid. I'm not going to dress like an emo anymore, so I don't. It's called a fad. These are fads. Industry fads. Okay, I've seen a lot of these fads come and go. But these are the two that right now they're in the lawsuit phase. People are getting sued over heat treatments all the time because when you expose a house to high heat, these are the things that happen. The caulking around your windows and doors will crack. On your baseboards will crack. You will have problems with your shower stalls. If people have acrylic shower stalls, they will actually shrink and pop loose. Piping with your PVC and CPVC. The glue can actually cause the pipes to come apart. You can have melted televisions, popped hairspray bottles, launching through the rooms, rocketing through walls like rockets. All right? These are the things that happen when people do heat treatments in your house. They're trying to kill a bug that doesn't cause disease, and this is what the industry does. So now, we got this new thing called cryonite. C-R-R, so I have to put this because this guy is obsessing over it. C-R-Y, how you spell it? C-R-Y-O-N-I-T-E, whatever. Cryonite, C-R-Y. C-R-Y-O-N-I-T-E, whatever. And basically what this is it's a freeze treatment, okay? And what you do is you take the nozzle of this machine and you spray it around and it freezes instantly, kind of like liquid nitrogen. It freezes the bug and kills it dead. All right? Contact kill. It's a contact kill. No residue. No residue at all. Just like with heat treatment. No residue at all. There's no residue from a heat. When you turn off the heater, the temperatures return to normal. When you turn off a freeze machine, the temperature returns to normal.
They're not doing
There's
anything that someone can't do with their own steam cleaner.
Well, yeah, a heat treatment, they're not doing anything you can't do with your own steam cleaner. That's right. And people are paying
Even with
thousands
the
of dollars
cryo,
for it.
It's going to achieve the same effect.
Right. The Cryonite is doing the exact same thing that someone with a steamer can do to their bed, except it's cold instead of hot. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, which is why you're not hearing about it a lot. People hear about it. You hear about it. I mean, if you research, you'll find people that are doing it, but it doesn't work. And so we haven't gotten to the lawsuit phase yet because it doesn't work. I think a lot of companies just aren't doing it at all, but it's not. It's just not effective. It's just not effective. There's no residue. If you're not going to spray a chemical that's going to last more than the time you've got the machine on to kill the bugs that come out of the wall, bed bugs don't just live on the bed.
Well, and let's be sensible about this. If we were going to invest in something like this, okay, or any rational exterminator, we're going to pitch it as fast knockdown. We're going to use this stuff. We're going to kill all the bed bugs in and around your bed before we leave, before we go home. And then we're going to apply something that is going to kill any that wander out that we missed. Okay?
Right.
So we're
saying the freeze treatment's not going to work.
Money for spending more of our time treating your problem. And there are some people that's just not really going to be. Do you want them gone now or do you want them gone in a month?
They're going to be gone either way.
Right.
Now or a month later.
Right. And I mean, for the
some people are willing to pay $6,000.
People are willing to pay that. And if you're willing to put that time investment into it to do that, then it's fine to do that. But I think you have to caveat that with, you could do this with a steam cleaner at home. You could do this yourself and get the same effect. Or you could pay me and I can come out with this approved treatment method that we are licensed as exterminators to do.
Ryan says MGK Vendetta opened but resealed, plugged with the tools provided by the company. Will it still be good 1 year later? I have no idea. I go through this stuff so quick. I've never had a tube last more than a year. I usually go through it within a couple months. It's gone. So I have no idea. Yeah, see, some of these questions about the longevity of a chemical or how long it lasts is really something you need to call a company and ask them, because I really don't know. The thing about the pesticides that I use is I use chemicals up. I use them up. A gallon does not last a day with me. I go through 2-3 gallons of chemical every single day. The pesticide doesn't last. I have to order more Crossfire. Actually, I need to do that tonight when I get off live stream. I got to order more because I'm out. And so it's one of those things where I use it up and I don't realize it. And I'm like, shit, I got to buy more of this before I get another bed bug call, because they come in like crazy nowadays. And so I got to be able to have the chemical to help people. And so that's just, I really don't know. When it comes to sealed and resealed and frozen and thawed and all that stuff.
We don't store a lot of overhead.
I don't store overhead. I don't store a lot of overhead chemicals. I order it new. So I don't keep a lot. I don't honestly know how long. They claim that it'll last on a shelf for several years unopened, dry storage. As long as you keep it at the right temperature, it's fine. But I personally don't. I just don't keep a lot of, I don't buy when they offer these deals and they say, hey, if you buy so many gallons, you get so much percentage off. I don't do that. I just spend full price, get it, use it, and then I buy new. And I feel like that's better for the customer. I really feel like when someone's going to buy my services and have me come in the house, I want to use the most freshest thing. I don't want to use something that's been sitting on the counter for, 6 or 7 months, maybe even a year or more, because I didn't go through that much this year. So, but I am going to get off of here and get to bed. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I just remembered I need to do a chemical order anyway before I get to bed, because I need to get it in before Friday so things can get here hopefully by Monday. But you guys have a really great night. I appreciate everybody that came and all the questions and all the Skypes and all the stuffs that went on. It's been great fun. I really look forward to my live stream nights and everything. It's great fun talking with everybody. But y'all have a real good night. I appreciate it, and I'm gonna get out of here and get some sleep. So, see you later. Thank you very much for showing up, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get more videos like this in the future. Thanks a lot. See you next week.